Okay, so we have now seen that there is an alternative to owning a house other than a mortgage. So how exactly do we do it? First, let us assume if you were to do it through a mortgage, the time frame you would end up paying it is 20 years. For a millennial, 20 years paying for something is not very appealing. Furthermore, the banks charge an interest rate to lending you money in order for you to pay for the house, typically between 10 to 14% annually. That means you will be paying more than twice the price to the bank. More on the calculation later. I think it's pretty obvious no one wants to pay twice the price of anything, especially your future home. So why don't we invest that money instead of paying interest? As Albert Einstein used to say, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't, pays it. So let's understand it. If you were to do it through a 20-year mortgage and considering a 10% annual rate the bank charges to lend you money, for a house worth $2 million, each month you will be paying around $20,000, or 1% of the total value of the house. That is 20 years paying to the bank 1%, which is the same as 240% to the bank. Now you see why you end up paying more than double. On the other hand, if you were to invest the same amount, with an estimated annual return of 8%, by the end of year 6, you would have the total cost of the house completely debt-free. Now probably you won't be able to invest that amount and pay rent. But if you pay half amount of the mortgage as rent and invest the other half at an 8% annual rate, by the end of year 11, you will have enough amount to purchase your dream house. This means that you will be able to buy a house in almost half the time it would take you to buy it through a mortgage. Of course, there are many other factors to take into account for a much accurate calculation, like inflation, value appreciation of the house, taxes and others. Please see the next video for more information.